Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Titans Talk right here on the Mark Moses Show as we talk all things Eastern Florida athletics. And it's now time to preview a new season of Eastern Florida men's basketball with the new head basketball coach, Zach Ferrell. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. Excited to be able to talk about the upcoming season.
Yeah, we had you on back in the summer right when you got hired. I think the NBA Finals were going on because we were talking about your guy, SGA. We'll get to that in a minute. But let's reset. For anyone who didn't see that conversation, let's start with the obvious. How excited are you to be the new coach there at Eastern Florida?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been awesome. Like, so excited back in the summer to be getting going and on the floor with these guys. And it's gone by fast. But it's awesome to be here, to be in this gym, to be in this athletic department. We got a great group of guys for this year that I'm excited about, that have been a joy to coach. And so it's just been a blast being back and really excited to tip it off on Friday.
Okay, the last couple months, if you take us behind the scenes, how many players did you have to bring in for this new squad to come play for you here?
Yeah, so we signed 14 out of 16 new players. So 14, so
Oh,
a completely new roster. Couple guys that came back, but yeah, brand new. We're feels like we're all new over here.
how hard of a process was that to get 14 guys in one summer? It sounds like it's some Disney movie. What was that process like for you, coach?
Yeah, I know. It was really fortunate. The two assistant coaches or two of the three assistant coaches that were here last year stayed on staff and were already far down the road with several recruits, and I was able to come in, and we were really able to secure a lot of those guys and keep a lot of a few that had already signed. So having those guys already here, already knowing the process, already down the road on a lot of recruiting relationships really made it a lot simpler when having to sign that many guys. So that was a real blessing.
Well, at your level, for some of our viewers who don't know, where you get them for 1 or 2 years, then they move on. It's an endless recycle. I'm sure maybe recycling. I did a Floridian slip there because it's like it's constant, nonstop. It is. What's that process like for you at this level, where constantly you have to recruit 24/7?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's part of being in junior college. To me, I enjoy the fact that we get to be a place that helps, players get to the next level. And so like it's better because we it comes in as understood. I, as a coach, know that I'm trying to help guys move on. Players know they're here for a season to kind of get to the next spot. And so when we all have that understanding, disappointment often comes from unmet expectations. But when players and coaches have the right expectations of like, hey, we're going to try to maximize this year to its full capacity and get you to your next spot, and we know that we're going to have to bring in a new group next year, that it makes it a lot simpler because that that's what you're doing. And it's exciting too. You get to see guys go on and improve their career, and we get to get a new group that we get to pour into for another year the next year.
What type of player do you look for to come play for you there at Eastern Florida?
We're looking for high character, tough guys that love to work and want to be pushed, that have high ambitions for themselves as basketball players, that want to, get to the highest levels, to play professional basketball one day, that really have a desire to maximize what this opportunity is. But I would say, like, for sure, we need good, high character, hardworking individuals.
Do you sit down with a player, because you were just talking about this, where they're trying to go maybe to that next level, or they might only be here for a year? Do you sit down like, all right, here's what you need to work on? You need to, like, do you do it individually or as a team? How do you try to approach it?
Yeah, 100% individually. I think it starts in the recruiting process as you're identifying what they need to do to continue to improve themselves. So it starts there. And then I think it's a daily it's daily conversations with guys. It's a lot of individual conversations where we're talking through what they need to be doing or what they're not doing. And for sure, it's part as a team of what are the standards that need to be met so that you can give yourself an opportunity to move on to the next level.
How important is communication on and off the court between teammates for your basketball team?
Yeah, it's vital, and that's one of the blessings about being at junior college. You just this is what you do. You're here, you're with your team all the time. You live with your team. Like it's a small campus, you're at practice all the time. And so you're together a lot. And that togetherness just breeds a lot of communication and a lot of just opportunities to be together. And it's certainly very important.
What style of basketball do you want to play there this fall? As I know the opener's this Friday, there's not much time. What style of play do you want to play for the Titans?
Yeah, we want to play fast and we want to shoot the three for sure. I mean, we want to be able to get stops and fly it up the floor. We want to take it out of the net and fly it up the floor. We want guys to play with freedom in our structure. But I would say that we want to maximize the strengths of each of our individuals. So we try to find ways that can maximize what our guys can do really well. And so that takes a little bit of adjustment year to year. It's not one set system every single year. We're going to adjust how the strengths of our players, but we have the players to play fast and to be aggressive, and should be a fun and exciting style of ball.
All right. How's fall camp going? I know you got exhibition. How's everything been going the last couple weeks for you, coach?
Yeah, it's been great. Guys have gotten better. Guys have improved. We've had some good, healthy friction that has created just a sharpening in us, which is super important. We have a younger team, a lot of freshmen, a lot of first year college guys. So to be able to create that competitive atmosphere and friction has been really important. And we've done a good job. Our guys have done a good job of creating that environment. We had a great practice today that was just super competitive, and guys were getting after it and getting better. And the jamborees and the scrimmages have been really good for us. We've played some older Division II teams that have really exposed some stuff that we need to get better in, which was fantastic. And we did some great things too. We did some great things that were exciting to see, and should have us prepared for Friday night.
Yeah, are you kind of at the point with practice where the players are like, "Yeah, we want to play real games now. We're good, coach." Are you feeling that way as well? Let's get to this opener.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, it's really a one day at a time thing for us and myself. Like, hey, let's just maximize this day to the best of our ability. But we are all excited to tip this thing up on Friday and to be in some real games, and to see how guys perform when it counts, when there's going to be a winner and loser, and it's on the record on Friday night. So yeah, super excited.
Okay, who do you guys got coming up Friday then?
So we're at Indian River, who's in our conference, but not a conference game. But we're at Indian River on Friday night, on Halloween night, and should be an exciting matchup.
That's going to be cool. Then, okay, let's make sure we get this right. So going down to Indian River is not far from here. Just take 95. You're good to go. You're fine. Then it appears you guys are going to Idaho, of all places. Coach, is this some type of tournament? What's going on?
Yeah, so very fun event. The team went last year. It's in Twin Falls, Idaho. It's hosted by College of Southern Idaho, which is historically phenomenal junior college basketball program. Still to this day, top 25. They're top 25 this year. And it's a 3 game. We play back to back to back. And it is an awesome event. They have the J Foundation there, really like works a lot with mental health and stuff like that. So they do a lot of good for the guys that come. They have a presentation. They get everybody a pair of boots. I mean, it's just a super fun event that has us flying into Salt Lake and driving up to Twin Falls. And we checked the weather this morning. I think it said 30 degrees. So
No.
we're bundling up.
Oh, man. All right. All right. So let's make sure we get this right. Are we flying out of Orlando to Salt Lake? Is that the game plan?
Yep, flying out of Orlando to Salt Lake, and then get some vans and Make a 3-hour drive up to Twin Falls.
Man, your players are gonna be like, "Where are we going, coach? What is this? What is that? Is that the mentality of your team? Wherever we go, we're ready to play. Name, time and place, we're ready to go. Is that what you'll take out of this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our guys are excited. In this day and age, honestly, a lot of kids are used to kind of traveling with the AAU circuit and different stuff like that. So I think it's going to be real exciting and good for our team just to be together on the plane, be together on the road. It's early season. We get some great competition. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to play CSI in the championship game. They pack it out. It's an awesome atmosphere and should be a great opportunity for our team to come together and really kick off the season well.
Okay. What are your expectations then? And I don't know if you've set them or not, but I'll ask the question. What are your expectations for this season, year one, you as the coach now?
Yeah, man, I think we all expect to be competing for a conference title, to be able to get a chance to put ourselves in a good position to have an opportunity to win the state tournament and be able to go to Hutch. I mean, I think that's the expectation that Eastern Florida should have every year is that we should be competing uh, for the conference title all the way to the end of the regular season, which should put us in a good place to have a good seed for the state tournament, and then be able to get a chance to play in Hutch and get an invitation to the national tournament.
You've been around the game for a long time. Is it still a marathon? You talk about those goals, but we're here at the end of October. Is it a marathon where, all right, we got to see how we are in November, December, January? Do you kind of try to approach it that way when you look at this gauntlet of a schedule?
Honestly, like it's one game at a time. We're fighting for we want to be able to get an at-large bid to Hutch, which means that there's not a lot of losses you can have on your schedule. So they're all important. So for me personally, whatever next game is up, that's definitely the most important game of our season. And we're going to attack it like it's the championship game every single time. With the same knowledge of it is a long season and we do have to have our guys, we want to have our guys healthy the whole time. So we want to prepare for each game like it's a championship game, but also have the longevity of the season in mind and how we're taking care of the guys' bodies.
Would you like to give a shout out to those assistants you said earlier that helped you with recruiting by name? Give them some love here on the air, coach.
Yes, absolutely. I'll lean in for this, man. Parker Whitaker, Spencer Knatzer have been world-class assistant coaches, just phenomenal recruiters, phenomenal coaches on the floor, great at scouting, like got bright, bright futures ahead for both of those coaches. Very grateful that they were willing to stay and help this year, and they'll be missed when they get a chance to move on to whatever that might be. But both Parker and Spencer have just been phenomenal assets. And if there's a reason we have success, man, we can point right to those guys this year. They've been great.
All right, let's talk about coach then. So opener coming up this Friday. Do you wear the full suit, the polo shoot, the shirt? What do we do, coach?
I think we'll go with the quarter zip. The college coach scene is seemed to shift to the quarter zip with some nice black slacks. So we'll be black on black with the quarter zip and the black slacks. And I'm normally a little bit more of a dress shoe guy, but they're all wearing tennis shoes on the sideline these days. So probably go with some tennis shoes.
Look, I kind of like the full suit. Now I know, look, with budget, sometimes it's hard to look like Pat Riley when he was coaching the Lakers. Like I understand. I do like the suit, but hey, whatever helps you win. Now, do you get in your feelings of how you coach? Are you very vocal? You start yelling at refs, or should we have to wait and see when we get to the Titan Field House?
I definitely am a vocal on the floor. I wouldn't say at the refs. I was raised by a college basketball official. My dad was official, and getting a technical on the sidelines about the worst sin in my family. So I'm not too hard on the refs, but definitely will be excited for our guys and be vocal with our guys. Want to have energy from the bench for sure.
All right. So if there is a situation where you get into some type of argument with a referee during the game, the first call will be from dad. Is that what you're saying? Like, hey, cut it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just it's been understood since I was probably like 5 years old. Like, I mean, in high school, every foul I had, I raised my hand for it. I mean, there's
Mm.
no, it's limited interaction except for positive interaction with the officials.
Is he one of the reasons why you fell in love with the sport of basketball?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my dad played college basketball at Lipscomb University, was a coach and a referee all my life, and certainly the reason that I fell in love with it early and had a passion for it and understood work ethic and all those things definitely came from my dad.
Did you play basketball growing up?
Yeah, I played basketball growing up, played all the way through the Division I level in my college career at UT Chattanooga. So I finished my career as a player there in the NCAA tournament, March Madness, which was super fun. And but yeah, that was the main sport I played all my life.
Did you think when you played basketball that, oh yeah, I'm going to become a college basketball coach? Was that part of the plan when you were playing?
No, I didn't. I did not think. My college coaches tried to get me to come on staff, and it wasn't what I uh, felt like I should be doing at the time. But a few years after getting out of college, it was like, man, I miss being a part of the game and uh, want to be back into it. And once I had that, I coached one summer, and it was just fell in love with it. And so no, when I was coming through college, no, I definitely did not think I would be a college basketball coach, but certainly excited to be and grateful to be sitting in the seat now.
Do your current players, do they ever trash talk against you? Like, oh yeah, coach, I could take you. Like, does this ever happen in practice, coach?
I don't know if it happens in practice, but at this point right now, I have more Division I buckets than anybody on my team. So I just try to hold on to that without having to get out and show it on the floor.
Where did you grow up, coach?
I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
Nashville, what teams did you root for growing up as a sports fan?
Yeah, so I definitely rooted for the Kentucky Wildcats. My dad taught Ron Mercer uh in like in middle school or something like that. And so Ron was at Kentucky, a star at Kentucky kind of in the mid 90s when I was starting to fall in love with basketball, and so I became a Kentucky fan. Tennessee wasn't what Tennessee is today, so the Wildcats got my cheers.
Ron Mercer was on the 96 Wildcats championship team where Tubby Smith was the coach and they beat Arizona in the title. Is that what that was?
I
Or I
think
can't remember.
so.
Or did 97? All right, I got to make sure I have this because there was the title game when, and this is the joke, Wildcats took on the Wildcats. I know that
Hmm.
happened once for a game. Yeah, it did. So Ron
Yeah.
Mercer, it's interesting you said Ron Mercer was your guy. Is that
He
this is?
was.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Who's your NBA guy? Where you're like, this is my when you were a kid, who's your guy?
Oh, when I was a kid. So now, of course, it's SGA now.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my NBA guy. Oh, my NBA guy for sure when I was growing up was Jason Williams. 100%. Like white
White
chocolate,
chocolate. Yeah.
Sacramento Kings. I wanted to be Jason Williams so bad.
When you played, were you trying these back, like, behind the back passes? Like, what would happen exactly?
In high school, for sure. In college, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I can see, hey, Farrell, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, none of
All right.
that.
Before I let you go, and we've had this conversation before, but I want to reset. What is your relationship with the current MVP of the NBA and SGA?
Yeah, I mean, I would say very close. We were able to go to the finals last year. My family talks to him on a regular basis and their family. Because he lived with us for 2 years, he's close to my son, he's close to my wife. His younger brother lived with us for a year. So I would say it's close and like kind of you know, a distant or a relative would be type of relationship.
Do your players know this? That he
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely makes its way early into the recruiting process. It helps with the recruiting process for sure. And honestly, like Shea gives me a lot of material to coach and teach from because of who he is and the kind of player he is and the kind of leader he is and his experience. Shea didn't start when he went to Kentucky. It was a lower recruit. He was very under recruited his junior year. So like his journey too is very helpful for these guys and you know, kind of pushing through disappointments. It's like, hey, this is the MVP of the NBA. And we had 24 high major schools that thought he wasn't good enough his junior year. You know, it's just those kind of stories are really helpful for guys as they kind of go through the process of recruiting and everything.
Can you help us get his Converse signature shoe? They're very hard to get. Can you help us?
so
Are you
I
wearing
got
them? What?
I got one pair. That's all I've been able to get. I'm trying. I tell my guys like I'm trying. I'm working my. I'm asking like we're gonna try to make it happen, but they're
Wait,
definitely hard to get.
were you wearing those, or are those just sitting there in your office? I'm
They're just
confused
sit,
here.
they're just sitting in my office. I've worn them a few. I wore them before they were. I got a pair before they were released. So like I wore them a few days before they were released, and I put them on every now and then. But I'm a yeah. He can do his style better than I can do his style. Let's say that.
I like it. Coach, thank you so much for coming on. Good luck with the opener, and especially good luck on the new season for Titans basketball. All right.
Awesome, Mark. Thank you so much for having me on.